Actually, why don't you come over here so I can show everybody how this works. So, you can see I have an old picture on here.
Yeah.
See that? You can see the skull. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this thing off. And this is made of selenium, which is light sensitive. So, like what you were saying with normal film pictures, they're made with silver.
Yep.
But there's no silver in this. This is something totally different. It's like a copy. This is like a copy machine. But this is the very, very first copy machine ever. So what we have to do...
Oh, the Xerox one?
Yes, this is the first Xerox copier. So...
I thought Kodak made the Xerox one. No.
so you can see right now, this is just a piece of metal and it's got this coating on here, which is light sensitive. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in here. And now you got to press that button. And now inside this machine right now, it's getting zapped with thousands of volts of electricity,
That sounds sad.
which is getting it charged and it's making it light sensitive. So if we pulled it out right now, what would happen is the sunlight would hit it and it would lose its charge. So we have to put this black slide in here, and now it's protected from the sunlight. So what you have to do is you now have to sit in that stool and sit still. Actually, you don't want to smile because you can't hold a smile that long. You want to look inside here, and you'll see. If you look, you can see him. So does he look normal, or what does he look like inside there? He should be upside down and backwards. You guys can look if you want. It has to be really dark for you to see it. You gotta look on the glass. Can you see him?
I do.
Can you see him? All right. Take a look. You want to see?
Yeah.
So this part of everything is just a regular camera, right? All right. So ready? You can't move now. And now what we do is we pull out the glass. And now we put this plate that we charged inside of here. Now, I haven't done this today yet, so I'm guessing at how long you need to sit there for. So I'm guessing 30 seconds, okay? So you gotta hold still for 30 seconds. Ready? All right. And you can't make him laugh, because if he laughs, his mouth's gonna be all blurry. You can move your mouth a little bit, and you can breathe. So you're doing good. 20 seconds left. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, you're done. All right, now I put this back in here. Now come over here. So what happens is this plate was charged positive. Wherever the light hit it, like if you smiled, your white teeth, your white sweatshirt, that would change the charge from positive to negative. And now inside of here is toner. And I can show you really quick. So inside of here is just toner powder with these little metal beads that move it around.
No inhaler.
It's not only if you're
I'm gonna inhale it.
you're cool.
Well, I know, but I mean.
All right, so then this goes back in here. All right, and now we put this on top of here. And we slide this.
It is execution.
We slide this out. We have to lock it in place. And now what you got to do is rock it back and forth like this. So now you can hear it. So the metal beads are going across this, and so the toner is negative, and wherever the light hit the plate is negative. So have you ever heard of how opposites attract?
Yeah.
So if you rub a balloon on your head, how it sticks to the wall?
Yeah.
The same idea. So so the toner is negative. Wherever the picture is white is negative. So the toner is not going to stick to that. This toner is only going to stick where the light didn't hit it, where it's still positive because they attract. So hopefully this is the moment of truth. If we did it right, we should see something. All right? And if you sat still. And you can see we have a picture.
I was trying really hard not to
You can
burst
see.
out laughing.
Oh,
Now-
that's awesome.
What's up with my eyes? My eyes are all like dark.
So-
Gory.
I know.
It looks like one of those pictures from a horror
Now,
movie.
we're still not done. We have more work to do. So we have some paper. I cut some paper, actually. It's right there. It's that smaller cut piece, I think. So now the toner, all the black stuff, is on this plate with it's held on there by a charge. And the toner is negative. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in here. Now I'm going to put it back in the machine. Again. Now, I'm going to make this, the toner is negative. And if we zap it with positive, it's going to lift it off the plate and onto the paper. So watch this. So we're going to pull it out. And now if we
There's nothing on it.
Now ready? We have your picture.
Whoa,
I'll put it back down a
that
little
looks
bit.
even creepier.
So I'm going to try again to try to get that last little spot on there.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Now
Well, it
we
looks
got
like
your
a,
picture.
it looks like I'm all bloody.
So then, because this was the first copier ever, we could be done right now, and we could put it. And this is like a little pizza oven, and we can put it in here, and it would bake it, and
Put the
infuse
little
it.
kids in
But
the pizza oven.
I have another science experiment that we can do. So
Okay.
if you take a step back, I can show you. The toner is negative, right? Does that make sense? It's negative. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on top of here, and if I wanted to, it hasn't been heat set, so we could rub it. But there's a cooler way to try to get it to transfer. So I just need to turn this on. So what Joel figured out was he hooked this wire up to the machine, the same part that charges the corona wires. So this is going to shoot out positive or negative charged electrons, and it's going to transfer it from this plate or from this piece of paper to the bigger sheet. So if the toner is negative and I zap it with positive, what's going to happen?
It's gonna get electrocuted.
It's just going to stay. But if I zap it with negative, it's going to push it off the paper and onto the other piece of paper. Yeah, can you see how the paper is sticking down now?
Yeah.
Now, when I lift it, it should be a perfect image. And if you look, you can see where it almost looks like lightning, the little transfer on there. So we can do it some more, zap it some more.
Zap.
Well, that's from the metal underneath it.
Tease it some
So
more.
we can just go like this, and then peel it off. And we have your picture transferred onto here, onto the bigger sheet of paper.
Can you
And
just
now-
do this infinitely?
You could. So, if you wanted to, could you hand me another little sheet of paper?
Free ink with science.
So, and your picture's not set, so we could smudge it, we could smear it. But if we wanted to, say we didn't like that part where it's got the other stuff. Can you hold that piece of paper right there?
This?
Yeah, hold it like that. Now, if I make it positive, I'll pull it right off. So actually, I'm using the opposite charge now to lift it up. And if you look, see how it's off and back onto there. Then, if you wanted to, you could do it again, do it the other way.
Wait, so can I just like pull
And-
somebody's face off by doing that?
No.
From
And
the
then,
phone.
then when you lift it like that, it keeps transferring. And you can transfer it infinitely.
Cool.
And if you want, we could do something really, really cool.
What do you put a paper over his face? And the chick was on.
So here's a picture I did a couple days ago. So if you wanted to, we could take this picture of the skull that I did. And this hasn't been heat set either. I can take this picture here.
Place it with Damon's face.
I'll try to put it. We could overlay it right on. Let's put it right next to you.
Yeah, that's
It'll be
better.
kind of scary. Now, I'm gonna use my negative charge.
Hi.
Yeah.
Where'd you get off?
So watch. So I'm just using that electricity to transfer it. And now we should be able to see it. And
Oh.
Isn't that kinda cool?
Gosh. What happened to my face?
He got obscured by a skull. Doesn't
Well,
that
yeah.
Blacked
Got
out.
destructified.
You got blacked out.
like in 100 years.
Blacked out.
And then what you can do, before we could heat set it, but now what would be cool if I had a pencil or something, we can actually,
We have pencils.
you can draw on here,
Whoa.
and you can smudge it and draw it. Try it. See that? So we could take this picture of you, and the eraser is really nice. You can take an eraser and just go like this. You could draw lines on you. We could do something like we could make
Lines and fangs.
we could make it so we can see your face better. You know, we could put arrows and stuff, and we can erase and do whatever we want. So, there we go. Isn't that kind of neat? And you can actually feel it that it has. It's actually lifting the hair of my arm off of here because this paper is now charged. That's too big to fit in our little fuser. So I'm lucky enough at school I have a kiln, and I turn my kiln on to about 300 degrees, and I just dip it in my kiln for a few seconds and pull it out. Well, you could put it in an oven. We could use a clear coat to spray it. Can you hold still? Just kind of hold still. And I'm just pushing these little tabs here. And now what I have to do carefully is I have to carefully pull this cover out. Tip it that way. Can you hear that sound? It sounds like an Etch-a-Sketch. It's actually lots of little metal beads, but you can see we have something there. If you like Rochester and the history is pretty incredible.
Xerox like many years ago.
Press that red button. Press the red button. Pop it in. And now I'm going to slide this cover out. Pretty cool?
Can you make more than one picture from
We
that?
could, if you want to do all those steps again, you can looks really nice. You know, hold that one out.
That
That one's really cool. And read right. That's kind of part of the process.